Yeah. Um, Another thing too, what I want to show you, we won't go into that. The center of the garden is also shows us the center of a man's heart. That's where a man's heart is. When we think of the center, in the middle of my heart. What comes out of a man's mouth, right, is in his heart, Christ says, right? So, okay, wherever he stores his treasures up is where his heart is. See, that's a representation of the same thing. So where my heart is what the tree of life I'm eating off of. Where my treasures are, you can tell what my treasures are when I'm eating, that's the tree I'm eating off of. If I'm eating off of the things of the world, okay, that's where my heart is. I'm eating off not the tree of life. Okay? I find that now, the tree of life also in the middle is the Holy of Holies. Remember the temple of God?
Oh, yeah.
What was in the center? We're right there. The source of life. They had to go where? To the Holy of Holies.
Yeah.
Right, see symbolically how the garden works? So he also is like the center, just like the temple God made. In the center of the garden was a tree of life, good and evil. In the center of the presence of God was what? Right there in the Holy of Holies. All right, see what I did? Now when it said we are the temple of God. So my temple is the Holy of Holies. See how everything's significant? Does that all make sense?
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
All right, what verse are we on now?
That was 9, you didn't do 10.
Well, okay, yeah, we didn't do the good and evil, the tree of knowledge.
No.
Okay, yeah, the tree of knowledge. Okay, the planter also planted the tree of knowledge. That's another thing we need to know. It was God who planted there. All right, now that doesn't mean the Bible doesn't say one thing we have to understand. See, God created evil. It doesn't say God created evil, though, does it?
No.
We don't know. The Bible doesn't say where evil came from. We know this, that Satan fell.
Mystery of iniquity, correct?
The mystery of iniquity, but that's a future thing.
Right.
Actually, so that's one. But he doesn't say God created evil. No, we don't know that. See, here's what we know. He gave us a choice. He didn't say the tree was evil. Okay, he didn't say it was knowledge. Okay, so he put it there to give us, as a choice. Okay, the fruit doesn't say anywhere it was evil because God created it. Now we know that somewhere Satan, he fell. We don't know when he fell. Probably there's different speculations. It says you were a liar from the beginning, so which tells me that if he was a liar from the beginning, where was the beginning? In the beginning, God created.
Yeah.
So he was been there. So he was already thrown out from the beginning. So Satan was there from the first day, I believe, from the first day, because you were a liar from the beginning.
The first day of creation, what you're saying?
The very first moment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was a liar from the beginning. So we know, okay, so it had to come from, we don't understand it because we don't know that part, how that existed. We just know what the Bible's told us. So God, this idea that, well, God created evil, that's not, no, God gave a choice. So it doesn't say that. Let's understand that perfectly well. All right. All right. So what we see is, let me look at this. So going to Deuteronomy chapter 1. Now, the knowledge was the knowledge existing that only God knew. Okay? So when we read that, we'll see a lot of this also in chapter 3, we'll get more into that. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 39. Who wants to read that for me?
I'll read it.
Okay.
39?
139.
Okay. And the little ones that you said would be taken captive, your children who do not yet know good from bad, they will enter the land. I will give it to them, and they will take possession of it. Can we keep going?
No, that's good. See, the tree of knowledge, right, had wisdom possessed only by God. So what did it do? It was to open up their eyes to death. Okay, like children, it doesn't mean now, here's what we have to understand. Does that mean Adam and Eve didn't know right from wrong? Well, it says that he put a conscience on every man's heart. But they were innocent like a child. They didn't know of death yet. The knowledge of death and the knowledge of evil, they didn't know. They had known right from wrong because God gave them a choice. And he says, I put a conscience on every man's conscience.
Well, he told them, do not eat from it.
Right. Right.
They
So-
do not to, right.
Right, right, well, we'll look at that, where do we tell that to, okay? But, okay, so what we see is, that they have that, but see, so what were their eyes, the knowledge of what? Knowledge of death, they had no knowledge. God knows, okay, there's one thing, there's a couple things that people don't understand about God. God can't lie, it's impossible for God to do something. You know what else is impossible for God to do? Learn. God can't learn. He's all-knowing. You heard something about that? No, God can't learn, it's impossible. What's God gonna learn? So when it says the ultimate wisdom, God is wisdom, he knew about, says, how do you know about that? Because he's God. He's all-knowing. See, God's all-knowing. So what happened? The tree of knowledge, God already knew about that. He knew all this stuff. So it opened their eyes to death. Not that they became God. People say they became like one of God. See, it was just an innocence that went from God. It was kind of like I protect my child from, if you go out and do this, what's going to happen? You don't know that until you do it.
Right.
There's a wisdom that only God knew. The tree of life of good and knowledge and evil is to eat that, is to try to achieve something, the wisdom of God on man's part. So that's part of the thing, is them trying to achieve something. When we try to achieve God's wisdom apart from God, this is all we get out of is death.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, because what does it say in Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10? Proverbs 9, verse 10. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gave, this is a tree of knowledge that only God knew the knowledge of. But did they get the knowledge of God, you think? No, they received death.
Yeah.
Okay? I can't achieve, a man can't achieve the knowledge that only God knows.
I'll read it.
Okay?
Proverbs 9.
9,
Yeah.
9, 10.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Did I read that right?
Uh-huh. Go to Job chapter 28. I won't read this whole thing. I want to read this all through. I know it's a lot. But
Job chapter 28.
yeah, we're going to go 12 through, we'll go 12 all the way through.
Hold on. Okay.
Anybody want to read it, or?
Chapter, you said verse 12?
Chapter 28, verse
Yeah,
12, all the
12.
way through.
Oh, yeah, I'll read it.
Okay.
No, it will. But where can wisdom be found? Where does understanding dwell? Man does not comprehend its worth. It cannot be found in the land of the living. The deep says, it is not in me. The sea says, it is not with me. It cannot be bought with the finest gold, nor can its price be weighed in silver. It cannot be bought with the gold of Ophir, with precious onyx or sapphires. Neither gold nor crystal can compare with it, nor can it be had for jewels of gold. Coral and jasper are not worthy of mention. The price of wisdom is beyond rubies. The topaz of Cush cannot compare with it. It cannot be bought with pure gold. Where then does wisdom come from? Where does understanding dwell? It is hidden from the eyes of every living thing, concealed even from the birds of the air. Destruction and death say, only a rumor of it has reached our ears. God understands the way to it, and he alone knows where it dwells. For he views the ends of the earth and sees everything under the heavens. When he established the force of the wind and measured out the waters, when he made a decree for the rain and a path for the thunderstorm, then he looked at wisdom and appraised it, he confirmed it and tested it. And he said to man, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to shun evil is understanding.
Wow.
Okay.
Goosebumps.
So we see the tree of good, knowledge of good and evil is knowledge that only, when we go outside the source of the guy who planted the garden and we try to get it on our own, it only produces death. Okay? So the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now that's important to understand, is the tree of knowledge. It's giving you, it's the knowledge of good and evil. Not that the tree was evil. Sometimes we get that mixed up as if like that tree was evil.
It was the apple that was evil. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Or the apple was evil. It doesn't say that anymore.
No.
It's the knowledge. And the knowledge, this knowledge is only what God possessed. So only God possesses this knowledge that we just saw right there.
Wow.
Nobody else has this, see? And so when I'm trying to achieve any kind of wisdom outside of God's wisdom, okay, what does it do? It produces death. I won't achieve the wisdom of God. How do we achieve God's wisdom? By fear. I need to fear. And so now you notice, what does that mean? I'm the dust. So that's how do we learn fear? Understand who you are. I'm created from the dust. He's the potter. I'm just the clay. He's quite this is special.
In other words, it's knowing that God is God and He'll teach me in His own time, things like that, right?
Right.
It's knowing
It's
who
His
God
wisdom.
is. Right.
And if they never would have wanted, this knowledge, it's just like they're looking, if I didn't want, sometimes we try to achieve, we see it all in the Bible, okay? People trying to achieve the things that know things of God, okay? Who was the first one to try to do that? Satan. Okay, he wanted to be like God. He exalted himself up to be like God, okay? But did he become God? No. Does he have the knowledge of God? No, he got a lot of wisdom. Doesn't have nothing compared to what God does. God, like I said, is all-knowing. He can't even learn. That's kind of weird to think about.
I like it.
God can't even
He's
learn.
incapable of
I-
learning.
He's incapable of
Never
learning.
heard that.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's true, I mean, it's like, duh, I never heard that.
Yeah, because if God can learn, he would be limited.
Right.
All
He's
knowing.
I'm all-knowing. What does that mean?
All-knowing.
So he knew death.
He
He knew death before there was ever death. He knew everything God already knew. Now we can't comprehend this. That must be pretty boring.
That's
See?
what I was thinking.
You would think that, but see, that's
You're
our
like-
limit. That's our limited mind.
Yeah.
Because remember, he's all knowing. What does that consist of?
Not only that,
He's all love. He's
He's-
love. What does that consist? What does that mean?
he can't improve on
You know?
anything. He's already the maximum that anything can ever do.
Yeah. And-
Exactly.
That's what it is. It's kind of like you're sitting there like, I can already do that. No,
Yeah, and
Oh.
what used to trip me up is why did he do it in the first place? Why would he? Well, why would you have to know that?
Exactly. We're not gonna understand that kind of stuff.
That was,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that tripped me up for years, like, okay, why would he do it? Like,
commercial.
I think we'll stop at that today because that's not right.
yeah.